Hey, this is Dave Weber. The best comment plugin for WordPress. This is something that some of us come across if you're a blogger, and especially if you're using WordPress, and there's some really good reasons for it. But now we do have a few choices when it comes to the best comment plugin for WordPress. So first we need to consider, why would we want to handle our comments differently on our blog? Differently than what is the default, right? So what should we consider? Well, let me share with you what I considered, and then let me show you what I picked for my blog. First of all, I have a lot of blogs, and I was getting slammed by thousands of comments, but most of them were spam. This takes up a lot of your time filtering through and getting rid of them. And all of those had backlinks to other sites. Now, Google not only frowns on these links going back to other sites, but they also deduct points from your score because of these freeloading spammers. I mean, basically they're just paying somebody, or they're doing it themselves to get their links and their websites all over the place, and they freeload off of you. So I had to get rid of all these spammers and get back to relevant content comments on my blogs. That's one of the things from a search engine optimization point of view, is the comments must be relevant to what you're talking about in your content, your SEO, on-page SEO. So I got to get back to that and get away from all these spammers. And I did not want to pay one particular plugin source to eliminate my spamming commenters, because like I said, I have a lot of blogs. I'd be spending a lot of money just to stop these people from freeloading on my blogs. But when I was considering WordPress comment plugins, I was also looking to gain some leverage. Now, what do I mean by gaining leverage? Well, what if we could get more traffic and more visitors to our blog because of the new method of us handling comments? Is that possible? Well, actually, yes, it is possible. And just by installing a new WordPress comment plugin. So let me show you what I picked and why, and then I'm going to show you step by step how to install it and set it up. Because typically, this kind of plugin is a real pain in the butt, and that's why I didn't move over to it sooner. But I've been doing a lot of research on plugins, and I found a great article, and it lists 5 of the best plugins that you can use. And I'm going to put that link below this video on this post, my blog post. I'll show you how to get to it. But anyway, I'll put that so you can read for yourself, because there's 4 others that you might want to use, 4 other options. But for me, this option works the best for me, and it gives me additional leverage. That's what I was looking for. So I got a feeling you'll probably like it too. And then I'm going to show you how to get more traffic by using this WordPress plugin. So let me switch here. Let me get rid of this. Let me go down to this. Okay, this is one of my blogs. Now I have a lot of them, but let me just take a picture of, take your walkthrough here. I do online marketing. I teach people how to do online marketing. And just for this particular blog post, page actually, I want it to be relevant. I want the comments. I want to be able to get more and more traffic to this page, right? So if we come down to the bottom of the page, typically we'll have your standard WordPress comments. Now, here's the thing. When you set up a new blog, it's defaulted to having comments. And we're going to go into the back office and shut those off, because what I'm going to show you, this plugin, it's actually not comments that you see on your WordPress blog. It's actually Facebook comments. So the Facebook comments are actually not here on this blog. They're actually put onto the blog from Facebook. Okay? And that's one of the ways we can get more traffic, is through Facebook to our blog. Okay? But the really cool thing is, you have to be a member. You must have an account with Facebook in order to comment. And typically, most of us that use Facebook, we stay logged in, right? So when they come here, they'll basically see their gravatar over here ready to go. All they have to do, if they're logged into Facebook typically, boom, it's ready to go. All they have to do is click add comment, click the button, and that's it. Now, when they do that, it goes onto their news feed. So your blog post is now linked to their Facebook news feed, and now all of their friends and family would see it if they're just a person looking at it. Now, one of the things with Facebook is we're not supposed to be promoting our businesses to friends and family. We're supposed to have a business page or a fan page for that purpose. Okay, so if they want to leave a comment but they don't want it on their Facebook, they can click this box off, but it's defaulted on. If they have, like I do, or if you're in business, online marketing, multi-level, whatever you're into, you should have a fan page. So, well, how do you get it posted onto there? Well, over here you click on this, and this gives you the option. A little drop-down box shows up. So now I can show Dave Weber, which goes onto my friends and family, my Facebook page, my main page, or my profile, or Dave Weber Online Marketer. See? So if I choose that, now I'm posting as Dave Weber Online Marketer. I'm posting as my fan page. So now if I go ahead, which I did, I put a little comment down here below this. You know I've been using this tool for about a month now, and it's almost like cheating. It's very much like just picking up cash from the sidewalk. It just makes it so easy now to get YouTube videos ranked on page 1. I absolutely love this tool. Boom. End of story. But now that goes on to my page, my business page, right? So by using this comment plugin, it's all tied into Facebook, and the spammers can't spam you. They have to be logged into Facebook. And that cuts down like all of your spam. Now you could be saying, well, what about people who are on Google Plus, or what about people on Twitter? What about people on other things? Well, see, I already have the share buttons up here for those anyway. So I mean, and there's more. When they click on that, there's tons and tons and tons that people can share a comment with, or share, and a comment. But basically we're looking for a comment, but something that's relevant. And then also we want to leverage off of that and get more visitors. So if a person comes in, likes your post or your page, and they click in here and they leave a comment, and they don't uncheck this box, now that link for your blog post will be on their wall, their news feed, and all their friends and followers and family can see it as well. So you can pick up an extra 100 followers, or an extra 10 viewers, visitors, an extra 10, 20, 50, whatever. You see, just by using this. So number one, it cuts out all these spammers, especially the spammers with their backlinks. The backlinks, all of this is, first of all, it's not relevant. So if I have a page here, how to get YouTube views, right? And I get comments down at the bottom for Ray-Ban glasses, or goose down filled coats. What the heck does that have to do with the other? And see, that's what the problem is. Google looks at that and says, hey, Ray-Ban glasses have nothing to do with how to get more views on YouTube. See? And that hurts you from an SEO's perspective. You have to stop that. You have to stop it. And then if there's a backlink or link going out to a site that's talking about goose down jackets or Ray-Ban glasses, that hurts you. They're irrelevant. You should only have links on your page that are relevant to the topic that you're writing about. So it's critical that we get a handle on these comments and stop it once and for all. Got to stop it. So, and that's what I was facing. In fact, I got shut down by my host. I have HostGator for my blogs, and I got shut down one day because of the massive amount of comments that I had on one of the blogs, which I wasn't even using anymore, but I wasn't emailing me every time someone was commenting on there. And I had thousands and tens and tens of thousands of comments. I had to go in there, cut them all out, delete them. Okay, so when we build a blog, right, I'm going to go to this page. when we build a blog, if we go to settings and then discussion, right? I should have had this page already brought up. I wasn't going to talk about it actually. But default, we have this checked off, probably this, and probably this. So attempt to notify any blogs linked to from the article, allow link notifications from other blogs, pingbacks and trackbacks, from other blogs. Do you want that or don't you want that? You want to be in control from an SEO standpoint on these different backlinks going back and forth. Allow people to post comments on new articles. Now here's the problem. This is typically checked off when you get your blog, when you set up your blog, or you decide you do want comments, you do want people to make comments on your blogs, right? So you check it off. Now if I uncheck that, all those pages and posts that are already on my blog that have comments, they don't go away. See, that's the problem. I got to a point, I'm going to show you a different site that I have, where I said, the heck with this. I did away with comments completely. And I wouldn't let anybody comment on my blog because they're just totally frustrated. I got 29 blogs. How in the world am I going to moderate all of these stinking comments, especially when they're spam or a good portion of spammers? It gets to be impossible. Too much of my time. And I said, forget it. I'm not going to have comments. But the comment box is still there even though you uncheck this. So what you have to do with a brand new blog is uncheck it and say, no, I'm not going to allow comments, right? But then you have to delete the sample pages that came with your blog. There's usually a sample page and a sample post. You have to delete them and make brand new ones. Now if you're like me and you already have 20 pages on there, that becomes a bummer, because just by unchecking this box does not stop comments. So what you have to do is unselect it, and it says allow people to post comments on new articles. That means any new page or any new post won't have comments on them. Okay? So if you already have it set up and you already have these spammers on there and you want to get rid of them, what you have to do first is come in here and click off, unclick it, and then scroll down to the bottom of the page and save your settings, right? The next thing you have to do is you have to actually go in and copy that page. And what I do is I take a screenshot of my title, and then I use WordPress SEO by Yoast for all my SEO pages. So what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll screenshot what my meta description is, what my keywords are, everything. I'll screenshot that and I'll put that over on the side. And then I click on HTML, right? And copy the entire page, copy it. Then I delete the page. Then I go into the trash and I delete the page that's in the trash. Because if I had a topic like, just let's say this one, how to get YouTube views. You see up here on the domain name, daveweber.com, how to get YouTube views. If I were to delete this page, that link or that page is actually still in the trash. In case you deleted it by accident, you could go in and retrieve it. Now you don't care about the page, but what you care about is the stub. I want to be able to use this stub over again. I want to use this link over again. So I would go in, copy the page on the HTML, not what you normally see. You want the text. So copy it and then delete the page, then go into the trash, delete the trash, empty the trash, then go and make a brand new page and just paste it back in, put the title back in, fill out your SEO stuff if you use that, and now you're all set. Now nobody can comment on that page. Okay? But like I said, this particular comment plugin is not actually a comment box. This is actually Facebook in an iframe on your page. So it's actually taking the comment from Facebook and displaying it on your page. But it's actually not there as part of the HTML or part of the as part of the regular commenting. Okay? So you can click off, like I did here, click off, no, I don't want this. So you don't want to click allow people to post comments. And if you do that on any new posts, from here on in, Like if you have some pages with comments and you want to keep them, fine. Unclick this and any new page will be set up like this, with just the Facebook comment. If you already have comments on there and you want to keep them, that's fine. But you'll still be open to getting spam on those particular pages. You just won't get any from here on in. All right, so that's what it looks like. It shows up here. It looks just like Facebook. If you have a profile and that's it, it won't give you the option of changing. But if you're like me, if you're some sort of online business owner, you work from home like I do, well then you most likely have a page, a business page, and that's what you should be doing. You should be not posting business opportunities or any kind of business related things to your friends and family. That's what Facebook frowns on. Okay, so you create a page, and when you select it over here, then you can select whether you want to post it to your personal profile or your business page. And again, this shows up on Facebook, right? So and how do we get more traffic? How do we do that? Well, if somebody comes along and made a comment on here, and then they see your comment, right? They make a comment that goes onto their Facebook page, their newsfeed, and their friends and family can see it. But and they can click on the link. I'll show you what that looks like. They can click on that link and come back to your blog. So any of that person's friend, the person who made the comment, any of their friends or family that happen to be interested in what they commented on could click on the link and come right back to your blog. I'm going to show you that right now. But if they come on here and they're making comments, other people are making comments, and they see your name, they can click on that, and that goes to Facebook. So watch what happens. This should go to my Facebook fan page. All right? So it opens up a new window. It comes to, right, DaveWeber.com, online marketer, right? And we come down a little bit, and it'll show you that comment. So this is how it shows up on the news feed. If a person makes a comment, it'll show their name, their link to their Facebook fan page, but it'll show whatever the comment is and a link. And if I click on this, it's going to go back to my blog. See, that's how we get more traffic. That's the leverage that you can get by using this plugin. Now think about that. Any other comment is just a comment. It just sits there. Nobody sees it except for people on that page. It might be relevant, but you can't get any more leverage. You can't get any more traffic from that post, that comment on your post. See? But this way you're actually getting more leverage. So if I click on that link, if let's say a friend or a family member saw that and say, hey, I'm interested in YouTube, well, there it is. It opens up to that page. See? And that's why I selected this particular comment plugin. It gives me more leverage. First of all, it gives me more leverage. And second of all, it's tied into Facebook, where you can't comment in here unless you're on Facebook. Now, okay, some people don't like Facebook, they like Google+. Well, that's okay. If they read it, they can hit a share button and go to Google+, right here. Click, boom, and they can make a comment to there. Now there are other plugins that allow you to do to Facebook, Twitter, or Google, and then the comments show up on there. You can do that, okay? But what I wanted, for me personally, was to stop the 30 or 40 or 50,000 comments that I get that are spammers. I wanted to stop that. I'm an online marketer. I want to be able to put more content online. That's what I do. I don't want to be sitting here deleting comments. So if you like that kind of a comment system, I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up. I'm going to walk you through, because typically, you have to create an app. Whoa, how do I do that? Well, actually, it's a pain in the butt if somebody doesn't show you how to do it. And there's a bunch of different comment apps or plugins that we can use. Some of them are hard to set up. Some of them are easy. So let me go back. This is what I put on my blog. I'm going to show you how to do it on yours if you like it. And then I'll give you the link below this video so you can go look at the other top 4 methods. The top 5, I happen to pick one of them, and I was already looking at this anyway. See, I know some people who created a $20 million business, a blog, and this is what they use on everything. They use it on their blog. They use it on their post. They use it whenever we put a video online. This is what we use. They always use this. They're leveraging off of Facebook. And they built a $21 million business. See, and that's one of the reasons why I was looking at this myself, but it's a pain in the neck to set up. So let's go back to plugins, installed plugins, and I'll show you the plugin that I chose, one of the 5 from that article, and I'll give you the link for that. And what I chose was Facebook comments. Now, if you just type in Facebook comments, there's going to be like a dozen of them. Okay? But this one is by Alex Moss. Okay? So let's do that. I'm going to add, see, on this page, this site that I have, there's no comments at the bottom. I did away with it. I said, you know what? Screw it. I don't want comments at all. I would rather have no comments at all than to have comments that are irrelevant to my content, or they come from spammers and have all these backlinks. I don't want it. So this is just another one of my blogs. It's actually a niche blog for one of my businesses, and I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that comment section to this blog, and it's going to show up down here when we're done. So first thing we do is go into we log in the back, and that plugin's not here. So what you do is come up to add new. This box only searches the installed plugins. You don't want that. You want to add new. And it might be a little delay here because I'm recording this, but this way you can see it. And we're going to click over here, search plugins. We're going to type in Facebook, but because I did it on some of my other blogs, it pops right up. So go to that, hit enter. I hate the way WordPress changed this. I liked it before. They would give you just the details in the list. So now we have to scroll down because this one says Facebook comments, but that's by James Lowe, and this is Facebook comments master. You know, they're different ones, but this was the easiest one to set up, the one that I found, because I've been looking at this for quite a while, and there it is. So Facebook comments, it's got little double quotation marks with the thing, and you can install now, and I'm going to click that. Do I want to install a plugin? Yes, I do. And remember, you can always pause this or open up a different browser and go step by step with your blog. Okay, so you can watch it in one frame, one browser, and then open up another browser side by side and set it up. So the first thing we do is activate the plugin. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we come down to Facebook comments, and we're going to set up the settings. It's not that bad. I mean, I've set up all kinds of apps on my fan page, and man, if you don't have somebody showing you step by step by step, it will drive you crazy, and you can spend a week in there. So it says enter your Facebook ID, app ID for Facebook comments to work properly, and click there, right? But if you come down further, it says you need to set up your Facebook app ID. Okay, that should be the first thing, right? And it says click new, create new app at the top right corner of the page. Well, where is that? You know, you're looking around, you don't know where that is. That happens when you click over here. See, this link lights up when you hover over it. And what we're going to do is go create it. Then we're going to click it into here, and then we're going to save the page. So we'll click here, and that's going to take us to Facebook. Now this is the developers. Now I have a fan page, and on that fan page I have different apps. Okay, so these are like websites that are on my fan page. So you click on it, it goes to a website, you know, from that page. And these two are actually two of my other blogs, right? But these are just different sales pages that I have. People click on them and they can go off and see a sales page. What I want to do is come up to add a new app. Now, that's what the instructions was saying on this page. It says click create new app to the top right of the page, and you're looking around saying, where is that? It's over here. All right, add a new app. So I click on that. Now it says add a new app on iOS, on Android, on Facebook Canvas. What do you want to do? We're doing website. We click on website. Now these are for apps I already have. This is for an app for something that already exists. Well, I said I already have a bunch of them. I'm not adding a new app to one of those. This is a new one. So up here in the top right corner it says skip and create app ID. I click on that and now I can do it. So this blog is called Lead System Biz. And namespace, I don't even know if you use this. It's optional. I'm not even going to do that for this one. But because when I did it for the other ones, it didn't really matter. Now I'm just going to pick business. That's it. I mean, you can go in there and search this and look up and down. You know, maybe you have a blog on health and fitness. Maybe you got something on entertainment. I just select business, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Here's the display name of the app, Lead System Biz. It's actually lead-system.biz, the website, but whatever. I just put in a name, and I click category, and I create app ID. That's it. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? So you get the capture. Now I got to figure out how to do this. So V-A-D, what the heck is in the middle? Is that L or a 1? Who the heck knows, right? If I'm wrong, it'll tell me. Capital R, capital M, capital Q, and we'll see if it works. If not, I'll have to do it over again. You did it wrong. Please try again. Okay. Get that thing out of the way. Okay, so this is a Y. I think that's a P. We'll be here all day, right? I don't know if that was a small L or a 1 before, but it's giving it to me again. So why not try a 1 this time? I don't know. We'll see. That would be a real bummer if I can't get it. Yeah, that one went through. So now it's creating the app and it's setting it up. So that's it. Now I have a new app called Lead System Biz, and all I want is this right here. Right? That's all I want. Copy. We come back to here, and we click in here. We paste it in there. That's it. Now I can come down here and say only. You can play around with this, but only enable this if Facebook comments are not appearing. So if they're not showing up on your pages, you may want to come back and click this. Only enable this if Facebook comments do not appear, but it's done, you know, by default. I want it on a post. I also want it on my pages. You decide what you want, okay? But I want it on both. Color scheme, just leave it the way it is. Number of comments, 5, and they can go to older ones, but it just displays 5. If you go too many, it's going to slow down your load time for your blog when your page loads, and Google scores you on that. If your page loads too slow, it's going to affect you, and you're going to get a lower score for your on-page SEO. So you want to keep aware of that. And the title is comments. And that's going to show up, even though this is not the comments box that you normally have on your WordPress blog. It's going to say comments, but it's part of this iframe. And that's it. We save changes. And that's it. It should be done, right? So if we go back here and we look at the bottom of the page, there's nothing there. But if I refresh the screen, let's see what happens. Here it comes. There it is. Okay, so I don't know if this works. I saw this warning yesterday, but then when I refreshed it and came back later, it disappeared. So I don't know if excuse me, I don't know if Facebook takes a little time for it to get their act together. I don't know. But why don't we test it? We'll just figure it out and see. I just refreshed again, see what happens. See, it's gone now. So it just showed up the first time. I think it's just a Facebook thing with their servers or whatever. So again, this is default, right? The comments, this is actually an iframe. Okay, it's actually a website page from somewhere else being displayed on your website page. So it's actually not your website page. It's a frame that's showing what's on Facebook. It's just a little different view than what you're typically used to. But now I don't want to post this to my friends and family. I want to put it on my fan page, right? So I'll click over here and I click Online Marketer. Okay, now I'm posting as Dave Weber Online Marketing, which is my fan page. Now I don't even remember training courses. Okay, didn't remember what the page was. So I don't know. Let's put the okay. So that's it, and we'll hit comment. Right. These are some great training courses, and actually we'll be adding several new ones this week. I hope that you enjoy them. So a simple comment, and when I click it, it's going to go to Facebook. Now you're sitting there going, what happened? It's gone. Again, it's got to go to Facebook and show up. I just, for kicks and giggles, refresh it, see if it shows up that time. I think there's a little bit of a delay with Facebook, but it doesn't matter. Okay, there it is. So, so how do I know if it's on that page? Again, all I have to do is click. I click on that, goes to my Facebook fan page. Fan page is my business page, not my friends and family. I put the little picture in there, training courses. This is a link, it's a hyperlink. And there you go. See? So it's not just a comment plugin. It's not just that. It gives you more leverage. It gives you the availability or the ability of getting your blog posts mentioned on as people are making comments on their walls in front of their friends and family, or if they're a fellow online business owner like you are, if you are, well then other online business people can now see it. See, and that's how you take a blog post. You know, I teach this to my team all the time. You do not have to get onto Google's search engine, the first page, to get traffic. There's other ways of getting traffic. Now we want to be on page 1. And if you're smart, you go where nobody else is so that you do get on page 1 and you get organic traffic. That's what you should be doing. But there's other ways of driving traffic to your blog and to your videos. And this is one of the ways. And there's a good reason why somebody that builds a $21 or $25 million business with a blog, it uses the same plugin. Why? Because this is how it can go viral. If you get 10 comments on there and each of those people have 100 friends or followers and they're reading it too, well now all of a sudden you have another 1,000 people looking at your blog post, and that's just from a comment or some comments. See? So that's one of the reasons why I chose this one. I like this. Number one, it immediately stops, end of story, no more spam. You know? And now I have other blogs out there where I don't allow comments. Well, now I'm allowed to do that again. I can do this and get that extra leverage by using this particular plugin, right? And then if it shows up, if people make a comment and they don't uncheck that box, it goes onto their wall. One of their friends comes along and says, hey, training courses on how to get leads. Oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. And there's the meta description. And they click on that. A new page opens up. And poof, they come to my page. You know, come to your blog page. There you go. Training courses on how to get leads. You see? So this is one comment plugin that allows you to get leverage. It keeps you have got, there is no option. They cannot be anonymous. If they're going to leave you a comment, it's going to be a good comment or at least a mediocre comment, but if they know that you can find them on Facebook, will they really leave you a really bad comment? You see what I'm saying? They can't do something anonymously. They're going to have to put their name there. They're going to have to sign in with Facebook, or if they're already signed in, then they can, but there's their gravatar and there's their name. So no anonymity here. Second of all, it keeps these spammers from coming after you and spamming your site. This is your hard work. This is your effort. It's hard enough to get on a search engine result page without fighting off spammers and freeloaders. And then they can unclick this box if they read it, and then it won't go to Facebook. That's okay. Now it's just a relevant content, a comment for your content. But if they leave it on, well, then automatically that comment is going onto their news feed. And if their friends see that comment, they may come back and reply to it or leave a comment on there. If they do, it shows up on here as part of the comment stream. See? So that's one of the reasons why I chose this one. And what I'm going to do is, if you found this on one of my articles or one of my blog posts, you'll see this video, and right below that video will be the link that shows you the top 5 plugins for comments. Okay, just click on that. You can go for yourself and see what other plugins are really cool and what the pros and cons are of using those. I happen to choose this one, and this one is on there. In fact, like I said, I looked at this one. I looked at several different ones. This one happens to be the easiest one to set up, and now that I showed you on the video, well, then you can just set it up yourself. Okay, the other ones you may want to choose them instead. That's totally up to you. So if you found this on an article or blog post, right below this video I'll give you that link, and you can find that. If you found this video on YouTube, YouTube is pretty tricky. They don't want you to link out. They don't want you to take traffic away from YouTube, so it's kind of a pain in the butt, you know. And we put a description down here with a link so you can find us, but the problem with that is now they caught on to it, so when the video is almost over, they make the description disappear, so you can't link traffic away from YouTube. They want traffic to stay on YouTube. But if you click on my name, if you found this on YouTube and you want this link, right, click on my name, and that will bring you to the home page. Click on the About page, and there's the link to my blog. And I'm going to put on daveweber.com, I'm going to put a blog post called Best Comment Plugin for WordPress. I'm going to make that as soon as this video is rendered. I'm going to make that blog post. So if you just go click on my name, it'll bring you to the home page, click on About, and just click on daveweber.com, and you'll find it on the blog page. And then there's that video magic that I was showing you before, the comments on there, and then Lead System Business there too if you want to look at those two sites, to see how the comments work. Or if you want to leave me a comment, tell me, did this help you? Did this help you? Does this help you stop getting traffic, the spammy traffic stuff, the spammy comments, thousands and thousands of them, to all kinds of weird things, Viagra and Ray-Ban glasses. I mean, if that helps you, then leave me a comment. If you don't want it on your news feed on Facebook, unclick the box, see? And then you can leave me a comment. I really appreciate it, and I really hope this helps you, because I know this has been an issue for me. It has driven me crazy. I went on a trip this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was driving, and my BlackBerry's going off over and over and over again. And it's all these spammers all weekend. I mean, I had when I came back on one site alone, I had over 300 comments from spammers. And I said, that's it. I'm done. I waste too much time picking up this phone, seeing what the message is, only to find out it's another spammer that I have to approve a comment for. And I just got fed up with it. And yesterday I sat down and researched this, and I found this plugin, and I said, I got to share this because this makes it easy. And I really hope that this helps you out a lot. If it does, leave me a comment. I would appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I wish you the absolute best of success in your business, whatever that may be. And this is Dave Weber. Catch you later. Bye.